So we'll start today in a comfortable seat on the mat. I'm sitting in Sukhasana, easy pose. If this is not comfortable for you, you can take another seated position, provided that that spine is nice and tall. Bring the shoulder blades together and down your back, and then draw that navel in towards the spine. Allow your chin to be parallel to the ground or just slightly tilted forward so that the back of the neck is nice and long. Close your eyes and just begin to watch the breath, allowing it to flow in through the nose and out through the nose. Allow your awareness to move inward, tuning out any distractions coming from the room that you're in or throughout your home. And just settle in to this moment. Start to bring your breath into balance by making the inhale the same length as the exhale. So if you inhale for a count of 4, you would exhale for a count of 4. If your inhale was for a count of 6, the exhale would be for a count of 6, and so on. So with that said, your rate of breathing could be very different from mine. It could be different from everyone else in the class today, and that's fine. It makes it a little more of a challenge because I may be moving at a certain pace and you're moving at a different pace, but that's okay. So if you're not completely aligned with my pace, that's fine, so long as you are creating your own balanced breath. With each inhale, allow that spine to grow tall. And then as you exhale, keep the length in the spine, but just begin to allow your body to soften. So relax the shoulders away from the ears, relax the jaw. And as soon as you start to notice that your back starts to round, that typically means that our core is not engaged. So engage that core, keep that nice tall spine. And bring your hands together at the heart in Anjali Mudra, prayer position. We'll breathe together 3 times, and on the third exhale, share the sound of Om. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale and exhale. And for the third time together, inhale. Om. Bow your head. Place the hands on the thighs. Softly open your eyes, looking forward. So we'll start today laying on our backs. So you can just move everything out of the way. Lay down comfortably on your back. And you can hug the knees into your chest. We're out of our good coffee, but that's okay. I can survive. So go ahead and place your right hand on your right knee and your left hand on your left knee. As you inhale, allow those knees to pull away from your chest. Your arms will straighten. And then as you exhale, draw those knees in. Inhale, knees pull away from your chest. Exhale, draw those knees in. Continue moving on your own here. Dynamic Apanasana. We're just warming up that low back here, giving it a little stretch. Hug those knees in once more, and then you'll extend the legs nice and long on the mat. Reach through those heels. Your arms can be out like a T, palms face the sky. As you inhale, the right leg lifts up off of the mat, sole of the foot looks towards the sky. And then as you exhale, the right leg lowers, almost touching the ground, not quite. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more time here. And then you can lower that leg all the way down to the ground, reaching through the heels. Left leg lifts. Exhale, left leg lowers. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Once more. And lower that left leg all the way down to the ground. Keeping your arms out like a T, bring the knees into the chest and then press the soles of the feet up towards the sky. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, lower both feet until they almost touch the ground. Bring those legs back up. 2 more on your own here. When you've finished, hug those knees into the chest. And then we're going to place the soles of the feet on the ground. So here, you're going to cross your right ankle over that left thigh. The foot is flexed, the right foot. Bring your arms by your sides, the palms face the floor. So here, you're going to press down through your foundation. Draw that pelvic floor up, the navel comes in towards your spine. Engage the left glute, lift the hips. And then as you exhale, lower those hips. So you'll do that 5 more times, moving with your breath. No need to rush here. You're trying to keep the rest of the body as still and stable as possible. When you finish, you're going to just lower those hips and then lower the right foot to the mat. Adjust your foundation as needed. Cross that left ankle over your right thigh. So we're going to press down through the foundation. Pelvic floor draws up, navel towards the spine. Engage that right glute. Press down through the right foot. Lift those hips. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 4 more on your own here, moving with your breath. When you finish, lower the hips, lower the left foot, draw the knees into the chest. Place the soles of the feet on the mat. Arms come by your sides, palms face the floor. Pelvic floor draws up, navel draws in. Engage both glutes, lift the hips. So we're going to hold this here, focusing on your breath. Inhale and exhale are equal. Slowly begin to lower those hips back down to your mat. Hug your knees into your chest. Start to rock head to tail. You're going to bring yourself up to seated, but then just come right over the knees to all fours, hands and knees. So we find ourselves on all fours. Fingers spread nice and wide. We're pressing down through the fingers in the perimeter of the palms. Take a breath in here, and as you exhale, shift your hips to your heels, your chest to your thighs, coming to extended child's pose. As you inhale, come back up, all fours. Exhale, back to child's pose. Inhale, bring yourself up, all fours. Keep moving with your breath here. And then the next time you come to all fours, pause there. We'll bring ourselves to downward facing dog by curling the toes under. You'll start to shift those hips back. Lift the knees just a bit and then press back to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Start to bend those knees. Go back down into child's pose. As you inhale, come up all fours, and once again, we'll move into downward facing dog. From here, sweep that right leg out behind you and rotate that right ankle. Let the right ankle become still. Lower the foot to the mat. Sweep that left leg out behind you. Rotate the ankle. Let the ankle become still. Lower the foot to the mat. Bend the knees. Go back down into child's pose. Inhale up all fours, and once again, we'll move into downward facing dog. I don't think my pants quite fit anymore. They just want to roll down. So we meet in downward facing dog. From here, we're going to float the body forward to plank. So remember, you can always have those knees down on your plank if that's better for you. We also want to make sure that we don't allow that low back to sag. Focus on your breath here. Shift back, down dog. Sweep that right leg out behind you, bend the knee, and start to make some nice big circles with that femur bone in the hip socket. Let that right leg become still. Lower the foot to the mat. Sweep that left leg out behind you, bend the knee. Nice big circles. Lower that left foot. Shift forward to plank. So here, you're just going to lift your right foot a little bit. Take that right knee to the right elbow. Take the leg back. You're going to do that 4 more times. Right knee, right elbow, extend. Knee to elbow, extend. 2 more. When you finish, you can shift back to downward facing dog. Float forward to plank. And if this is too much for you, you can focus on just holding plank. Left knee, left elbow, extend. Knee to elbow, extend. 3 more. When you finish, shift back, down dog. And then you're going to walk your feet forward, coming to Uttanasana, forward fold. Relax the head and neck here. You can gently turn your head from side to side. Place your hands on your hips. Press down through the feet to come up to standing, mountain pose. From mountain pose, inhale, arms sweep up. As you exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward. Inhale, come up halfway. So your back is now parallel to the mat. Feet are pressing to the floor. Crown of the head reaching to the space in front of you. Exhale, fold forward. Step that right foot back, followed by your left, coming to plank. Lift that right foot, right knee, right elbow. Extend the leg. Left foot lifts, left knee, left elbow, extend. Shift back, downward facing dog. Start to walk the feet forward, coming to Uttanasana, forward fold. Press down through those feet. Inhale, use the core, come all the way up. Exhale, hands come together at your heart. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge, folding forward. As you inhale, come up halfway. As you exhale, fold. Step back to plank. Left foot lifts just a bit. Left knee, left elbow. Extend. Right foot lifts. Right knee, right elbow. Extend. Shift back, downward facing dog. Breathe here. Start to walk the feet forward. Uttanasana, forward fold. Press down through the feet. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward. As you inhale, come halfway up. As you exhale, fold. Once again, we come back to plank. Right foot lifts. Right knee, right elbow. Then right knee, left elbow. Come back to center. Extend the leg. Left leg lifts. Left knee, left elbow. Left knee, right elbow. Come back to center. Extend. Shift back to down dog. Walk the feet forward. Uttanasana, forward fold. Press down through those feet. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward. Bring yourself up halfway. Exhale, fold. Step your feet back to plank. Remember, you could have your knees down and just practice holding the pose as well. Left foot lifts. Left knee, left elbow. Left knee, right elbow. Come back to center. Extend the leg. Right leg lifts. Right knee, right elbow. Right knee, left elbow. Come to center. Extend. Shift back. Downward facing dog. Start to walk your feet forward. Uttanasana, forward fold. Press down through those feet. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward. As you inhale, come up halfway. So we're going to hold this here. If you'd like, you can extend those arms out nice and long in line with those ears. Breathe. Exhale, fold. Step back to plank. So here we're going to hug our elbows in, slowly lowering down for chaturanga. Sweep the chest through the arms, rising to cobra pose, keeping those shoulders away from your ears. Curl the toes under, shift back, down dog. Walk the feet forward. Uttanasana. Press down through the feet, inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold, step back to plank. Hug those elbows in. Slowly lower down. Sweep the chest through the arms, rising to Bhujangasana. Curl the toes under. Shift back, down dog. From downward facing dog, float forward to plank. Knees up or down, your choice. Let me just adjust my pants again. So here, you're going to take your right hand to the mat right beneath your face. Roll to the right side of your right foot. And then you can stack your feet, or you can take your right foot in front of your left leg for some support. Lift up out of your wrist, lift up out of your shoulder, and perhaps you can lift the top leg and breathe. Lower that top leg, come back to plank, shift back, down dog. Shift the body forward once again to plank. This time I'll show you from knees down. So still you'll roll, with your knees down, you'll kind of take your left leg out to the left as you roll to the side, placing the big toe side of the top leg on the mat. And then you can lift that foot. So we have different ways we can modify. Always choose the best one for you. And breathe. Lower that top leg. Bring your right hand back to the mat. Shift back. Down dog. Step the feet forward. Uttanasana. Forward fold. Press down through those feet. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands come together at the heart. So here we'll take a nice wide stance on the mat. When we do that, remember that the outer edges of the feet are parallel to the outer edges of your mat. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward, Prasarita Padottanasana, wide-legged forward fold. While you're here, bend the right knee, shift the body to the right to stretch the inner thigh of that left leg. Bring yourself back to center. Bend the left knee, shift to the left, stretching the inner thigh of the right leg. come back to center. Hands come to the hips, press down through the feet to come up. So we're going to come up on the heel of that left foot, toes turn in slightly. Come up on the heel of the right foot, toes turn out 90 degrees. Arms come parallel to the mat. So make sure that, I'm going to turn to the side here so you can see, make sure that you're not just like leaning forward. We want to engage the core. Long, tall spine here. Let's see. Okay. Arms come parallel to the ground. Gaze out over those right fingertips. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, bend the right knee, coming to Veerabhadrasana Two, Warrior Two. So you're going to sweep your right hand towards your left so that your whole torso turns to face this right leg. Reach those fingertips out in front of you, hinge from the hips, folding forward. You can turn the palms to face one another. Breathe here. Press down through the feet. Bring yourself up, Veerabhadrasana One. We'll open the arms up, coming back to Warrior Two. And then we're going to turn the toes to face front, arms up overhead. Exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward. Place your hands on the hips, press down through the feet to come up. This time we'll come up on the heel of that right foot. Toes turn in slightly. Come up on the heel of the left foot. Toes turn out 90 degrees. Arms parallel to the mat. Gaze out over those left fingertips. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, bend the knee. Warrior Two, Veerabhadrasana Two. So you're going to sweep the back arm towards the front, turning the torso. Reach the arms up. Exhale, hinge forward. You can allow the palms to face one another. Focus on your breath. And then press down through the feet, bringing yourself up to Veerabhadrasana One. Let the arms open up as you come back to Warrior Two. And then bring the toes to face front, arms up overhead. Exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward. Relax the head and neck here. Bring the hands to the hips. Press down through the feet to come up. We can step those feet together. Turn back to face the short end of the mat. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward. As you inhale, come up halfway. As you exhale, fold. So step the feet back to plank here. Knees up or down. Inner elbows look at the space in front of you. Slowly lower for chaturanga. Sweep the chest through the arms, rising to cobra pose, holding this here and breathing. Curl your toes under. Shift back, down dog. From down dog, you're going to sweep that right leg out behind you and bend the knee. Float forward as you take your right knee towards your right wrist, your right ankle towards your left wrist. Lower the left knee, uncurl the toes. So just walk your hands back in line with those hips, navel to spine. You can place a block under that right glute if you'd like. And on the exhale, start to walk your hands forward, coming down to the forearms. You can cross the forearms in front of you and rest your forehead here. Come on up to those forearms. Place the hands beneath your shoulders. Curl the toes under on that left foot, and you're going to shift back to a three-legged dog, sending that right foot to the sky. Lower the right foot. Sweep that left leg out behind you. Bend the knee. Float forward as you take your right knee towards your right wrist. Right ankle towards that left wrist. Lower the right knee, uncurl the toes, and walk the hands back in line with the hips. Feel free to put a block under this left glute. Take a breath in here. Exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward. You can cross the forearms in front of you, rest the forehead. Come on up to your forearms. Place your hands right beneath those shoulders. Curl the toes under on the right foot. And again, we'll shift back to three-legged dog, sending that left foot to the sky. And then lower it to the mat. Float forward to plank. Hug those elbows in and slowly lower all the way down to the ground. Cross the forearms in front of you. Rest the forehead, bend the knees, and let those legs sway from side to side. Lower the legs and bring your arms by your sides. The palms face the sky. As you inhale, the head, chest, arms, and legs simultaneously lift up off of the mat. As you exhale, they lower. Inhale, head, chest, arms, legs, lift. Exhale, lower. 3 more. When you finish, bring yourself down and you're going to extend the arms out in front of you, nice and long, palms against the floor. Same thing. As you inhale, head, chest, arms, legs, lift. Exhale, lower. 4 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. When you finish, you can roll over onto your back and hug your knees into your chest. Take your time, but once you get there and the knees are hugged in, you can rock gently from side to side. So here you'll keep your knees hugged into your chest and bring your arms out like a T, palms face the sky. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, you're going to twist to the left. So you're tipping those legs over to the left. Left leg comes to the ground. Right leg can just rest on top of that left. Breathe here. Start to draw the knees back up towards your chest And on the next exhale, you'll tip your legs over to the right. So right leg comes down to the mat, left leg rests right on top of it. And bring those knees back to the chest and press the soles of the feet up towards the sky. So here you can point your toes and flex the feet. Let the legs become still. So take your feet together and then you're going to create an external rotation of the legs so that just the heels are touching. Start to crisscross your feet, leading with the heels. And then you'll continue to do that as you lower your legs until they almost touch the ground. And you'll keep going as you bring them back up. A nice alternative to this that's more gentle is just to do alternate leg lifts, forgetting the crisscross. So we're going to do a total of 6. If you're doing alternate leg lifts, you could do 3 on each side. When you finish, you can hug those knees to the chest. If your low back needs you to stop a little sooner, not a problem. So keep those knees hugged in. As you inhale, let them pull away from the chest as your arms straighten. Exhale, pull those knees in. Inhale, knees pull away. Exhale, draw them in. Continue moving in and out of Apanasana, allowing your breath to guide your pace. Hug those knees in once more. We're going to begin to transition into Shavasana. If there's anything that you need to be comfortable during this time, please feel free to grab that. Once you have what you need, you'll just come to lay on your back with those legs extended out nice and long, arms by your sides. And if that is not comfortable for you, you can feel free to modify your position. So just come to lay on that back. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you exhale, let it all go. Just allow the body to sink into this supportive floor beneath you. Relax the jaw by creating a space between the top and bottom rows of teeth, and let the tongue fall away from the roof of the mouth. Let the eyes rest in their sockets. Resist the urge to make subtle movements. Allow the natural breath to take over. Rest in Shavasana. Slowly start to deepen your breath, becoming aware of the space around you and becoming aware of your body. Start to make subtle movements that feel good, like wiggling those fingers and wiggling the toes. Rotate through the wrists and ankles and turn that head gently from side to side and stretch through the arms and the legs like you're just waking up. Nice full body stretch. And then roll to the right side in the fetal position. And we'll stay there for a few breaths. Keeping the eyes closed if you'd like. Use the arms to bring yourself back up to a comfortable seated position. You can bring your hands together at your heart. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you be free from suffering. May you have ease and well-being. Namaste. Thank you all so much.